What if you could have a real conversation with your research? I mean, not just read it, but actually talk to it, ask it questions, and get instant, reliable answers. Well, today, we're going to dive into a tool that's trying to make that exact idea a reality, Google's NotebookLM.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got a dozen PDFs open, a handful of articles saved, maybe a few video links for some big project, and that one crucial fact you need is buried somewhere in that digital pile, and finding it feels, well, completely impossible.
It's this universal struggle for sure. So let's say you're a student researching the history of Bangladesh. You're trying to connect a tiny point from page 350 of one book with a concept you vaguely remember from a 10-minute video. That can turn a really exciting project into a super frustrating chore. But what if there was a better way? Now, just imagine having a personal assistant who has already read every single document you've gathered on Bangladesh. Someone who not only knows the answer to your question, but can instantly pull it up and show you exactly where they found it. That's really the core idea behind Google's NotebookLM. So what makes NotebookLM so different from all the other AI chatbots we're used to seeing? Well, it all comes down to one incredibly important concept: control. Your control. The whole model is grounded in your documents. What that means is its entire universe of knowledge is restricted to the specific files, links, and text that you upload. It's not going to go rogue and start pulling random information from the wider internet. And this, right here, really shows the fundamental difference. General AIs, they crawl everything online. The good, the bad, and the outright garbage content. You can't control their sources. But with NotebookLM, you are in complete control. You provide the high-quality materials, and it promises to give you answers based only on that trusted information.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does this actually work in practice? Let's take a look at how you can become the master of your own source material, starting with just one single document.
Honestly, the process is super simple. You just create a new notebook, and then you upload your sources, which can be anything from Google Docs and PDFs to website links. You can even add YouTube videos, and the AI will actually use the video's transcript as source material. Then you just start asking questions. It's that easy. Now look, any AI can give you a summary. That's nothing new. But what's a total game changer with NotebookLM and where it builds incredible trust is the citations. Every key point in the AI's answer has this little number next to it, and when you click that number, it doesn't just take you to the source document, it takes you to the exact passage it used to generate that fact. It's literally like having the AI show its work. And this is so important. For one, it lets you instantly fact-check the AI. But more than that, it gives you context. You can jump right to that part of the document, see what was said before and after, and that lets you go deeper whenever you need to. That's a level of transparency that other platforms just don't offer.
Okay, so that's how it handles one document. Pretty cool. But the real magic happens when you start combining multiple sources. So let's go back to our example. You're researching the history of Bangladesh, and you've uploaded 2 different history books as PDFs, a recent news article, and that YouTube documentary.
This is where NotebookLM stops being just a simple Q&A tool and really becomes a genuine learning partner. It's capable of synthesizing information in ways that would take a human being hours, if not days, to pull off. For example, with just a single click, you can ask it to generate a complete study guide based on all 4 of those sources combined. And just look what it gives you. It doesn't just summarize. It pulls out the major themes from across all your different documents. It creates potential short answer questions and even essay prompts to test your knowledge, and it even builds a glossary of key historical terms you need to know. It's like having an expert tutor create the perfect study plan just for you. Okay, but what if you need to understand the sequence of events? Manually building a timeline from multiple sources is, well, it's tedious, painstaking work. With NotebookLM, you just click a button. And just like that, boom, it scans all your sources, the books, the article, the video transcript, and it pulls out every single dated event, organizing them into a clean, chronological timeline. It found mentions from the 1500s all the way through the Liberation War in 1971, and put everything in perfect order for you. Amazing! And for those of us who are visual learners, this is incredible. NotebookLM can generate a mind map, showing the central theme, the history of Bangladesh, and then branching out into subtopics like politics, culture, and key historical periods, all drawn directly from your documents. You can even click on any of these nodes to expand it and explore all the connections visually. But what if you don't have time to sit down and read, right?
What if you want to absorb all this info while you're commuting, or maybe at the gym?
Okay, this next one is one of my absolute favorite features. It can take all of your source material and generate an audio overview, basically creating a private, personalized podcast just about your research.
And the level of customization here is just wow. It uses 2 AI hosts that have this surprisingly natural conversational style. You can set the length anywhere from a quick 5-minute summary to a deep dive hour-long discussion. You can even tell it to focus on a specific aspect, like the 1971 war, and it can generate the audio in multiple languages. Then you just download the file, and your personalized research podcast is ready to go.
So when you put all of these features together, you start to see that this is way more than just a tool for getting quick answers. It fundamentally changes the entire research and learning workflow. I mean, just look at this comparison. The tasks that used to take hours and hours of manual labor, synthesizing notes, building timelines, trying to rely on your memory for connections, flipping through pages to find that one source, are now done instantly. It's a massive leap in efficiency, and it frees you up to focus on the actual thinking and analysis instead of just the organizing.
And that leaves us with a final, really powerful question. When a tool can handle the grunt work of gathering and structuring information this effectively, it frees up our minds to do what we do best: ask bigger questions, see new connections, and create new knowledge. So the real question isn't just what the tool can do, it's what will you discover